white, half Filipino, which means my dad was in the military. A lot of soldiers were fighting for this country. My dad was dating. I'm not knocking what my mom had to do to get to America. That was her hustle. She did what she had to do. She could have hooked up with a Filipino and had a kid in the Philippines. You know how much a comedian makes in the Philippines? A chicken and flip-flops.
That is Las Vegan Jo Koy in his latest Netflix special. He's one of the most successful comedians on the circuit today, but now he's giving people a look behind the laughs in his new memoir called Mixed Plate. I talked with Jo about the inspiration for his book.
I think it was just time, you know. One thing I wanted to always stress out to people is, you know, you see certain people get successful, I guess, and you know, you judge fast without learning their backstory. And I think if you read someone's story, you'll appreciate more about how they made it in their careers. So that's what this is. You know, a lot of people think, oh, it's just Netflix that put them on the map, and it's like, no, there was a lot of things I had to go through, a lot of obstacles I had to conquer and jump over to get to where I'm at, and this book gave me the opportunity to say that.
Well, Jo talks a lot about his mixed race. He says being white and Filipino created challenges breaking into comedy.
It's crazy that we talk about systemic racism now, and it was just normalized for me. We're, you know, coming up through the, you know, the ranks. It's something that I just thought was normal, and I didn't know was, you know, something that was actually bad that was happening. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like when you hear it all the time that people aren't going to get what you're saying, or, oh, you can't do these rooms on the weekend, but you could do these theme shows during the week. And, you know, there was like certain rooms for us called Asian Invasion or slanted comedy. And it's like, you're like, wow, is this really happening?
Well, writing the book was very therapeutic, Jo says, and he also broke some exciting news with us about his next big project.
Steven Spielberg and Dan Lin over at Rideback Films and Steven Spielberg over at Amblin, we're getting ready to shoot a movie with me. So let's go. You guys look out for it.
Is it the life story of Jo Koy?
It's called Easter Sunday. It's a movie that I came up with and pitched it to him, and it's beautiful. It's going to talk about my culture. It's going to comedy. It's chaos. It's everything that happens in one day, Easter Sunday. So get ready.
Well, Jo said he can't wait to get back on stage, and of course we can't wait for him to get back here in the studio and visit us again. I tell you, when Jo comes in the studio, he takes over the show. The newscast is gone. It's all Jo, and he tries to do the news, the weather, the traffic, and it's just all comedy, and it's so fun to have him. So we can't wait to have him back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we could have used that today. We could barely function with Hector. Flesh shot.
Seemed like you got a scoop there, Sherry, about the movie, though.
Well, the movie too, yeah. And he didn't say when it's coming out, when they're shooting, or anything, but just the fact that Spielberg's interested, that he's picking this up. So I think that's going to be awesome. What a great career bump for him. I mean, that takes him into a whole new realm, right?
Yeah.
Movies now?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
Easter Sunday, I think you said it was called.
Yeah.
Anytime you're working with Steven Spielberg as a producer, whatever the case may be, that's a good thing. So way to go, Mr. Koy. Very funny man, fellow Las Vegan, and he's doing pretty well for himself. Sure, that was a good interview.